Hey, what's up, everyone? This is me, Dre. Now, since I've been a Washington Redskins fan, especially recently, there's been a lot of debate as far as the name of the team. And in the upcoming finals, if it hasn't happened this past Tuesday, the next Tuesday, there's supposed to be an anti-Redskins ad that's going to be running on TV. But the question is the name Washington Redskins or Redskins racist? There's a lot of members of a couple of tribes, not all Native American tribes, but a couple of tribes that have lobbied to have the name changed. But the arguments that you see, especially on social networking sites, when you look at videos on YouTube, things like that, I notice a lot of common questions, usually stupid ass questions, and I'll just put out and say that to begin with. When you hear shit like, what if they call it the Washington niggers or the Washington wetbacks or the Washington spics or Washington chinks? Then you have those ethnic groups, blacks, Asians, Hispanics, that are all bent out of shape. But there's a difference with racism, and I'll just give you a little bit of a sound bite.
I called you a nigger. You're a nigger. Nasty fucking nigger.
Okay. Now, that was a video clip of Janelle Ambrosia using racial slurs against Narvel Benning, the now infamous incident that happened a couple weeks ago in Buffalo, New York. Now, had the driver of the vehicle in this instance been a Native American, I highly doubt that you would have heard Janelle Benning say, "You're a nasty redskin, a nasty fucking redskin." So I highly doubt that you would have heard that come out of her mouth. And that's the point that I'm trying to make. No one goes up to a Native American and says, "Yo, what's up, my redskin?" You know, it's like black people, "What's up, my nigga?" "Hey, what's up, my nigga?" You know, this, and you know, the whole greeting and stuff like that. But you don't see people go up, or even like if you're upset with a Native American, "Oh, you fucking redskin," you know, "Go back to your reservation." You know, you don't see shit like that. Whereas black people, "You fucking nigga, go back to Africa." That's the kind of shit that you hear with racist. So the question once again, is Redskins racist? A lot of Native Americans feel like it's a derogatory term, and they say in a dictionary it's used generally to demean. And there's a lot of different interpretations as far as how the word originated. But for an organization to display a Native American on the helmet to represent Native Americans on a major stage like that, national football, I mean, it's a big thing, and it's not to demean Native Americans. Now, I can't speak on behalf of Native Americans because I'm just a black guy. But for me to feel that it's racist, and even there are some fans, or I call them so-called fans, who didn't have a problem when the Redskins won the Super Bowl a couple of times, and now all of a sudden they're crying that it's bad mojo or whatever the fuck it is. But I call them hypocrites. So shut the fuck up, first and foremost. Shut the fuck up about the name of the team. The name of the team is not racist. It's not intended to bring down Native Americans. What's really sad about this whole thing is when you have Congress or members of Congress signing a petition and sending it to Daniel Snyder, the owner of the Washington Redskins. I'm like, these motherfuckers have got their priorities all mixed up, because you have representatives from these different states who have pockets of areas in the states that they're representing that have higher crime rates. There's slums or just parts of the city that are just breaking down, fucked up roads. And here you are trying to lobby for the name of a professional football team to change their name, when what you should be doing is trying to work to make these places better, or if anything, contribute to reservations so that they can have a better way of life. Because there was a video called Proud to Be, and when you look at some of the things, I know a couple of seconds into the video I documented it, that's, you know, up to seconds 51 through 53. Underserved and struggling, and then it shows Native Americans almost impoverished, Native Americans on American soil downtrodden, but Congress isn't trying to put money towards giving them the financial means so that they can have better education, a better quality of life. They're trying to change the name of a fucking team. So that's what I have a big gripe with. So for Congress, sit the fuck down. That's what I have to say. And once again, anyone who wants to ask, why can't we just call them Washington niggers and we'll see what happens to black people? Once again, if you have to raise that argument, you may be a closet racist, dying to come out of the closet and show your ignorance, simply because it's almost like you're asking the same question: why can rappers say nigga on their songs, whereas you see this one bitch right here, Janelle Ambrosia, calling someone a nigger? You need to be able to differentiate with the ER at the end of the word, or A, which is how black people term it. And this isn't about the N word itself. We're talking about the R word, as some Native American tribes and some businesses have coined it. Instead of calling them the Washington Redskins, they'll call them the professional team from Washington, D.C., or the Washington, and then whatever they want to call it from there. But a lot of people have chimed in as far as how they feel about it. And it is a predicament, because when you think of the ethnicities here in the United States, we have such a diversity with Africans or African Americans, Mexican Americans, you have whites, or I should say European Americans. But it's not often spoken of with Native Americans. They're the forgotten ones, which is mentioned in the video. They are forgotten, and that's a damn shame, because those teams that have some sort of representation to Native American culture, we're trying to put them at the forefront, which is what the Washington Redskins are. And there's a little bit of history to that name, which I'm not going to go into. You can go into Wikipedia and find that shit. But overall, I feel like the name is not racist. And a lot of people say, well, how can you make a video about Janelle Ambrosia using those racial terms, but then on occasion you might see me wearing a t-shirt, Washington Redskins, a jersey, something to that effect. I've already made my point that you're never ever going to see a video on YouTube where someone is running up and trying to verbally bash a Native American by calling him a redskin, like it's supposed to break his will. You just don't see that shit. But you can go anywhere on YouTube and see a video of someone, whether it's a black verbally attacking or racially attacking with words, a white person, an Asian, a white person verbally attacking a black, a Hispanic. It runs the gambit. But you're never ever going to see someone running up to a Native American and calling them some sort of racial slur. I've tried to do some searching on YouTube and found nothing. But that's just my take on it. Feel free to definitely leave your comments. It's always appreciated. There's going to be a lot of discussion with this, and a lot of people are not going to agree. It's going to be some heated debates, a lot of race baiting, which I anticipate. But overall, if you like this video, please, and once again, I do encourage you to mash that like button. Share it with friends if you feel like it's a message that you like to present to them. But overall, once again, if you like this video, I hope that you like, subscribe, and share. Peace.